Tea time.
So today we're going to talk about their financial things again.
Yeah.
So
that seems to be a popular video that we have, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I have a question for a person who doesn't have experience, and I know that you already have an experience, and at least you have more knowledge to share to me and share to our audience. That is about the experience of having a house. Right? Because maybe for everybody who maybe not know us, not know me, I don't have a plan to buy a house or to have a house on my own. Not soon.
Yeah.
Not soon.
I'm curious about that. How are you sure that you not buying a house?
Yeah.
Because when I remember our first conversation, you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy a house. I'm like, how can you be so sure?
I'm pretty sure until today. I'm not sure how long the conversation that you're referring to. But until now, I'm still sure that I'm not going to buy a house, not own a house. I don't want it. But we can talk about that later.
You know what?
Yeah.
Having a house changed me.
Oh,
completely.
I hope it's to the positive way.
Well, I learned some expensive experience. Let's say let's put it that way.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So that is where and why we have to share, because because we don't want everybody here to learn in a hard way, right? Just we can learn from other people experience. So the big question is, what do we have to know before we buy a house? Like what we have to have it before we buy a house, and what did you learn that during this process, and what is the thing that you wish you know before exactly? Yeah,
I think a lot of stuff doesn't come intuitively knowing until I kind of like went into it, the experience. And I wish someone tell me everything about it. When I mean everything is like, it's not just a dollar amount on paper, but kind of like what that means and how it would impact you from your day-to-day or lifestyle. Because I think having a house definitely changed me a lot. So I think I want to start off is that before I buy a house, I don't even know like how much I'm spending in each category.
Okay.
Like I don't have a budget.
Okay.
I don't track my spending.
Okay, same here.
And last time we talked, I learned about emergency funds, so I definitely don't have that.
Yeah.
And then I would say I guess I don't know my finance pretty not that well. But I did went to have a pre-approval for my mortgage when I'm thinking about I want to move out from my parents' house and I want to see if I can afford buying a place. So I went to the bank and asked. Basically, they ask you questions like, "What's your income?" and blah blah blah, and they would ask you a lot of your personal information. So once they get that up, they will verify and they do a credit check on you and see, and they would come back with the number as like, based on your income level, and this is where we think you can afford to pay back the mortgage monthly. So you got pre-approved for roughly about this amount. So they will give you a number, and then based off that number, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm maximum mortgage to pay up to. And so the other part would be down payment. So how much you have saved up to put down as a down payment. So you add up the two together, your down payment and your pre-approval amount. That's what I think my maximum that the maximum house price I should go for. But at the time, I wish someone knows there's more than just buying the house.
Okay.
Your monthly expense, like, you know, once you have a house, you know, when you're renting, some of the utility is covered.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but okay, when you're buying your house, like, you have to think about all the utility that you have to pay monthly.
Okay.
The mortgage payment.
Okay.
It's like how much you can pay back to your principal and what goes into, I guess, your interest. So interest rate, I didn't understand at the time.
Yeah.
What's variable rate? What's fixed rate? So there's a lot goes in there. So I mean, like, I'm not any mean of financial expert. So do your research about interest rate, but we can, I guess, talk a little bit more about that. What does that mean? Because anyone kind of hear about, or even if you don't even own a house, but if you listen to the news and saying the interest rate can be very volatile, been up and down in the past few years, that has a huge impact when you own a home at the variable rate, which I learned in a hard way.
Okay.
Yeah, so that, and what else? And yeah, there's also property tax.
Okay.
And you have to buy home insurance.
Oh yeah, right.
And if you do like invest in a condo, there's also maintenance fee.
Yeah.
Some include parking and some doesn't, so you might have to buy a parking spot. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I can keep counting like all the fees that I didn't know that, like,
it will come after.
Yeah, I didn't calculate those as part of my monthly.
Could we say it's a hidden price or hidden expenses?
I wouldn't say it's hidden. I would say it's pretty transparent, as you know, in terms of like what these fees you should pay. But I guess for someone that it doesn't even track their budget or expense, like, if I would do a little bit more research, like, would I've known all these costs like should be part of my calculation? Yes, absolutely. But I guess what I'm saying is, like, I'm pretty bad with my finance before I buy a house.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, if you ask me and compared to my sister was like, hello, these are like very obvious. How could you not think about, right?
Well, sometimes we don't know. If you don't experience, we're not gonna know. Yeah.
I guess part of it, because I'm the youngest in the family, I never pay a bill before I own my own house.
Oh, okay.
When I'm living home, I never took care of any of the, like, I don't know, like, your water bill, is it $30 cheap or expensive? I don't know. Before I move out of my home, you know.
To me, you jump from a kid to adult. You have never been a teenager.
Exactly, because my sister and my mom always take care of everything in the family, so I guess I am spoiled.
Okay, it was a big step.
Exactly. So, like, to my sister, it was like, you didn't know how much we're paying. I'm like, I have no idea. So, and these, now when I'm talking about, like, they probably sound obvious to you because you take care of yourself, you do everything yourself, and you know all these
and by the way,
expense, right?
Yeah.
So,
and by the way, the list of you mentioned there, like property tax and landing on transfer and utility, whatever bill. Yeah. I know in advance. That's why I decided not to own a house. That's too much for me.
See, that's
I don't want to take responsibility.
Okay, that's an investor compared to someone just like, I need to move out and let me figure out how much I have.
Right.
But yeah, so I think at the time when I buy the house, I didn't take a lot of things into considerations, like financially. Yeah. Like, I totally like, okay, this is the maximum price I can afford, and I went house shopping. I found a realtor and I started looking at places, and then so okay, this is me sharing from mistakes. So I did not make a good financial investment.
Before we go that one,
I
will have one question.
Yeah.
So you say you went to the bank and got a pre-approved right, based on your income, based on your credit score, and you will get a roughly number from the bank.
Yeah.
Did you literally get that number, or you have less than that, or you have more than that?
What do you mean? Like the actual mortgage
your actual mortgage that you took?
It was the maximum of that number.
Maximum, okay. So then you got what you get pre-approved.
Which is, I don't, okay. Now knowing what I know is it could be, I don't know what's the right decision, but for me, getting that number plus all the cash that I have.
The down payment?
I put in down payment.
Yeah.
And which now, because I was saying that I didn't know all the other expenses, which is really, I was in a very bad situation. Because that means I don't have enough cash flow from month to month.
Right.
I'm waiting for my paycheck. Which is not,
that is a real struggling.
It's not a good position to be in. I'm financially I'm like very stressed. Especially I signed variable rate, which so when the interest rate going up, I don't have enough to cover. So
when you have a mortgage, your interest rate is could going up and down every month or every quarter or something.
So so in terms of like mortgage, there's variable rate and fixed rate. So what it means, like fixed rate, you are locked in a certain period of time, depending you sign like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years of the contract. You could be locked in at a fixed percentage. So that means you are paying the same amounts every month, and the proportions will distribute to your principal, and the proportion of you pay would be paying off your interest. So, but you're relatively stable. So if you think you cannot, no one can predict the market. Let's put it that way. But in different situations, you can decide to lock in for however long period of time. But if you think you predicted that the interest rates will be going down, you could set it as variable rate. But I just want to say, if you think you cannot deal with the uncertainty, then go with fixed rate, right? Because then you know absolutely how much you're paying every month, right? Which for me didn't understand what it means. And now I'm thinking back and it's like, I'm such an idiot. Not knowing, like not doing a little bit more research about interest rate and what the impacts it could be. Because at the time I could have locked into a pretty low interest rate. But again, who knows, it could go up to 7%.
Wow, 7%.
Yeah, so you could imagine that an interest rate at 3% compared to a 7%, the amount of difference that you're paying monthly. So I didn't know I didn't know how much difference would that be. And but again, like even going back, like there's no way for me to know that it could change that much. But anyway, I went through the phase of the interest rate changing. I was like, I'm crying inside. I was like, I can't afford to live in this place. What do I do? So I went through, I learned it the hard way. But so I think it depends. But because I think if you actually purchase a home when it's 7%, and you know that, like, or well, you have to follow, I guess, the news and where the trends is going. If at the time it's 7%, I don't think anyone would lock themselves in for a fixed rate at that point, right?
Definitely.
So I think it's really depending on situations, what makes sense and what matters. So what I learned is like, well, you also, because depending on the length of the mortgage you lock in, it's different from the state. The state, like once you have a mortgage, you can have the mortgage for 30 years, which I was like, wow, you can lock in a low interest rate for 30 years. I was like, that's pretty good.
Oh, it's not applied here?
No, because I think here the maximum is I don't know for sure. I think the longest I see was 5 years. So if you lock in for interest rate, like maybe at the best rate, you lock in for 5 years and then you have to do a renewal. And so which is you have to go into the bank and see what the interest rate is at that point. And you have to sign a new.
Yeah. Is that something called refinance, like what they say?
No, it's just a renewal of what updated, I guess, what your interest rate would be. I think refinance is different. Refinance is when you already pay up your principal, and so you using your house as the leverage. Then you take, I guess, if you've been, let's say, pre-approved of 900,000 for your home, and you pay off your principal, and you can refinance to max out that mortgage again to take out some cash. Yeah, I don't know if that's the best explanation, but
you understand.
Understand. Yeah. So which I went through that phase.
Okay.
Not knowing exactly what it mean, because I did refinance at the time when it's like very high interest rate.
Oh.
So like I mentioned, I told you I couldn't, from a monthly expense perspective, I couldn't afford it anymore. So I did went to the bank. I was like, well, I couldn't pay my mortgage anymore at this price. What's my option? So that's like 3 years into my house already. And so I pay off a little bit of my principal amount, right? So they did the reevaluations of what my affordability, so what my maximum mortgage would be. And they's like, well, here's the maximum amount. This is already what you pay off. And you could just, continue just borrow the amounts that you already remaining in terms of your actual mortgage, or you can borrow the maximum amount that's been approved, which will be lowering my monthly payment.
Okay.
But also mean I already paid down 3 years. I signed a mortgage of 25 years. So I paid down 3 years. Now I'm starting from the beginning again.
Yeah.
So I borrowed the maximum amount and then going back to 25 years. So just extending my length of paying down the mortgage, which means I'll be over the length of the 25 year, which obviously I'll be paying more interest. But I guess at one point I just have no choice, right? So it's either that or I just sell my house at the so I guess I didn't have a choice, so I did that, and which it could be it's basically it set me back financially. Right.
If I change my mind and have an idea that I want to buy a house, what is the step by step that I have to go through? You already mentioned that I have to have a down payment, which would be a cash, right? You already mentioned that we need to go to the bank and get the mortgage approval based on the income, based on the credit score, and then what next? Like step by step until I get the key, and maybe just like what is the caution that I have to be careful for each step.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like you mentioned about in terms of the mortgage or going to the bank to get pre-approval.
Yeah.
Make sure you shop around.
Shop around, you mean?
Go to different banks.
Oh, okay.
Go to different bank and ask them, because I'm not sure exact the leverage, but depending how they calculate, they might give you, some bank might give you better offering, some bank might give you cash back. So some bank would, like the better offering, I mean they give you at the lower interest rate, but that also means they lock you in for longer term, right? So instead of 3-year terms at 3.5, they might give you like in the 5-year terms at the lower interest rate. So that depends on how you see the market, right? And you have to, I guess, understand how long they can hold that rate for, because obviously that rate can change depending whatever, I guess, Bank of Canada would announce, right? And then when you find the real estate agent, understand what are the fee that you are paying. When they asked me what was my pre-approval, I guess she assumed that I was paying 20% down payment. One was asking me, so what's your total that you can afford? So that's my I guess mortgage and down payment. And I guess for those who don't know, like for your down payment, you could pay, I guess, as less as 5% or as much as you want into your down payment, obviously. But at 20% down payment, you don't have to pay for additional insurance. If it's less than that, you have to basically pay a mortgage insurance. If less than 20% of down payment.
What is the additional insurance?
So it's basically, from my understanding, is because you didn't pay enough, I guess, down payment. They want to ensure that you're still able to afford paying your mortgage. So I guess from the bank perspective, they want to have insurance that you can continue, because they lending you a larger amounts of money than you can afford. So they want to make sure they insure that.
Right. So at this point, you're going to have a monthly fee for mortgage, and you're going to have a monthly fee for additional insurance.
So basically, it would be your principal plus your interest plus insurance that you're paying back to the bank.
Okay.
But,
so technically, you don't
research that and see if it's true first before you put in.
Right. Yeah. Even you say maybe you feel happy like, I don't have a 20% down payment, but that never mind.
Your costs will be higher. Tomorrow. Yeah.
Anyway, right? So it doesn't mean that you can pay just minimum like 5%. It's not just that. They will need more. So it's maybe your cost ended up is more than 20% down payment anyway, got it. That is the new thing I didn't know.
But there's people choose to go with the 5% because if the interest rate is low and you're struggling with the down payment, but you think it's a good time to invest, you could be better off too. But that takes a lot of I guess calculations, and basically you're also timing the market, right?
Back to the agent, you say we should find a good agent, right? So where and how did you find a good agent?
So no, for me is basically referral. Like it's from friends and family. But I think why I'm saying that it's like it matters a lot, because depending, are you comfortable with like asking question? Are they knowledgeable to answer other stuff that you need to know about, right? So with the first agent, she didn't explain anything. She assumed that I did all my research, right? But the second agent said I was having conversation. That's when I figured out, when you're actually buying in Toronto, there's the municipal and there's the city land transfer tax, which I didn't know, right? And then she's like, you're paying double the tax in Toronto. I was like, oh, what? I didn't know that. So if anywhere outside of Toronto, when you buy the land transfer taxes, you only paying the provincial part. So which is, if you're buying like a 1 million home, you could paying like 33,000 in land transfer tax. If you buy outside of Toronto, that could be like $16,000. Oh, so there's a huge difference in terms of that.
Okay.
And yeah, so you have to calculate. So beside, that's why I was like, I maxed out everything that I have, which is my saving plus mortgage, but I didn't do a calculation how much money I should prepare to close the deal, which is land transfer tax, property tax, and like about home insurance, lawyer fee.
Do we need a lawyer for?
Yeah, because I don't know any of the legal verbiage inside the document that I sign, right?
Although you need to hire a lawyer to review everything for you to say, okay, this one is good.
And also they deal with other stuff I didn't know as well. Apparently there's also the first time home buyer rebate that I didn't know until I was going through the deal. The lawyer was like, oh, this is the amount you get back, because there was the first time home buyer rebate program that's happening. I was like, okay. So those are the stuff like I didn't know. Yeah.
And so, we maybe not know if we not hire the lawyer. Maybe.
So they deal with the I guess all the calculation as well, like the seller might already pay for property tax for the I guess for the remaining of the year. But if you purchase like somewhere in between, they will calculate how much the property tax remaining that the buyer should pay, and how much will be the seller. And also utilities. So I didn't know like you can, I guess if they have a rental water heater, you can decide to continue with that rental.
What is a rental heater? That's one? What do you mean?
Yeah, so well, in most, I guess, condo or house, they have a rental water heater in the unit to supply hot water.
Just only for this unit?
Yeah, so and so there, you could buy it out, or you can pay Reliance like on a monthly payment, right? So you can decide to change it up and buy a new one, or you can rent it. So you have to pay a monthly fee.
Back to the property tax. So you mentioned that the land transfer is different, right? When Toronto is like pricier than other city. And what about the property tax? I think it would be applied the same. Like if you buy a house in markup, it would be cheaper.
I actually don't know how property taxes it's being calculated, but definitely it has impacts of like depending the area that you are in, depending how the city evaluate your house, and I think your house price is definitely one thing I know is like if it's beside good school, the house pricing is usually more premium.
Makes sense.
Which I think will impact your property tax because it's at a higher evaluations rate. So, but I don't know exactly how that is being calculated.
Yeah. So then once we got an agent, and then agent will come with a catalog, I would say, like, okay, this one, you want this one, and then you just go and open house.
Yeah, and then I think when I kind of go through, it could be open house that you go, or or the agent will help you do a booking.
Okay.
So we go at a specific time that we can. But I think throughout, I guess this process, I take a lot of things for granted when I'm living at home. And like things I never noticed is like, now I'm like, oh, when I'm living in a condo, it's not as convenient. I'm just like park my car in front of my house. I can take the grocery inside. Now I have to go to the basement and then take my stuff and take the elevator up to and then I was like, oh, it's not as convenient. Yeah. But the good thing living in condo is like you don't have to take care of like when it's snow. You don't have to take care of that. You don't have to take care of I guess
your package would be safety.
Yeah, exactly.
Safetier. Yeah.
All that and also there is also different what do you call it? Amenity as well. But not all condos are the same. Some have like swimming pool, some doesn't.
Yeah.
Some the gym room is bigger, their equipment is better, and some are not. So depending on the condo itself. So I guess that's all where the maintenance fee add up. Yeah. And something I didn't know is that the property management company also impacts how much maintenance fee that you will be paying.
Oh, yeah.
Depending how they manage. Yeah. So that's another thing I learned the hard way is that the place I end up purchasing, they keep increasing the property management fee, which I was like, you know, when you have rising interest rate, when you have increasing property management fee, I'm like, how on earth I'm like paying like $1,000 more every month compared to when I first buy the place. I'm like, my expense like a lot higher compared to the beginning. So I was like, everything adds up. Yeah. So I didn't start doing budgeting until I guess I purchased my house. Yeah.
Okay.
And I have to, and when it exceed my affordability, then I start tracking. It's like, okay, what is my fixed cost? Like everything I paying down my mortgage, my maintenance fee, all my utility. That's when I like kind of like listing everything out and what I'm like spending on grocery, dining out, and then I'm like, okay, so what are the portions I can control and I didn't know you can negotiate your bills. I was like,
what bill that you could negotiate?
Yeah, I think we can. So, for example, internet bill that people don't know, right? And then I didn't know insurance bill as well. Obviously, you can also call up different insurance company and ask them to give you their best price. And or going back to your current insurance and say, oh, your insurance is actually very high. As a loyal customer, do you have any offering? Right. So same thing as you would negotiate your phone bill.
Oh, okay.
Phone bills mostly in contracts, but there are monthly. You can always go and call them and ask do they have any promotions going on, right? So, but I didn't know. I thought insurance is kind of like a fair price, right? But apparently it's not.
No.
You can negotiate it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I don't know enough. Like, what are the levers that you have? But since that, what I learned is that every year automatically your insurance will go up.
Yeah.
Right? They will adjust it. But before your renewal every year, you should always call up different insurance company and ask what's the best price they can offer. Because you never know which company is doing promotions or anything. Or based on your condition, they might able to offer you something better. Yeah. So I have different insurance companies. I switch back and forth. Yeah. So.
Okay, makes sense, and that is good tips, I would say. Yeah. So okay, so
I'm trying to recall that.
Right. So we go shopping. We booked with the homeowner that we're going to take a look, and then we decided to buy. Right. So okay. So after agent show you the catalog, I would say, and then you book the time with the owner just to take a look, and then at the moment that you decided, okay, I want this house. What is the step of that one?
Yeah, I think what I would say is, like, at the time when I'm getting the house, I don't understand home evaluations. Like in terms of what I mean is, like, what should be the maximum price I'm willing to pay for the house. It was more so what was my maximum approval. You know what I mean? Like, so obviously I have shown like a lot of like different condos that I was buying, and I, based on all my personal criteria, I find the one that I like, and we're like, okay, it's offer day, and we put in an offer. So apparently you can go about like 3 rounds of counter offer. So basically there is the listed price of the home, and as a buyer you're like, oh, okay, let me go in with a price higher or lower than this offer and see if the buyer accepts it.
Okay.
Right? Does that sound like in the stock market as well? You're like, when you do a limit price and you see if anyone wants to sell.
Exactly. Kind of.
Okay. Yeah. And so, but then they can come back to the price. So it's like, no, I don't like your offer because it was too low. So they give you back, like, I'm willing to sell it at this price, and when you're willing to buy it, right? And they will come back, and then I'm like, no, like, that exceeds my price that I'm willing to pay, and you send back an offer that you're willing, like, on top of your, usually it's more than your first offer, and then you send back a price and see again if they accept. So we're back in for like 3 rounds.
Okay. No negotiation.
Yeah, basically. So but like, I don't talk to the owner directly, and it was through the agent at this point, right? So we'll do that, and finally, so the final round is like, and I was saying that, okay, basically my final round is like, well, this is the maximum I can afford based on everything that I have. So I'm like, it's either this or not. But again, I make the mistake of, like, I max out the amounts that I have. I did not convert, like, oh, what's my monthly payment gonna be like? I basically max out everything I have on hand. So but so anyway, so she accepted the offer at last. And I was like, yeah, but that price, it just went to the maximum of my affordability.
Wow.
So, and I guess it didn't hit me at first. Yeah, but anyway, so that's what the process was like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so after she accept the offer, right? So I guess the land transfer, it would be after, like, because she has to transfer the house under her name to be your name? What is the process?
Yeah, so then this is where the lawyer get involved, right? So basically on both ends, we agreed on the selling price, and we'll have our lawyer basically handle the rest of it. So we, in the document, we'll have an agreed closing day, which means on this day, the lawyer will take care of everything. Well, I guess before that, to lock in the deal, I have to put in a deposit that we both agreed locking into the deal. So sorry, one step back.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think so after we. So part of the I guess negotiation can be also you can also put conditions in that I need maybe 5 days for me to schedule for house inspection. So you can do that, and that would be part of the deals in the documents. Like we have 5 days to inspect the home. So today, if we agree on this pricing, you put a deposit down. But if you go through inspection and you find problem, you don't want to deal with it, then you can also ask for the deposit back and cancel the deal. And I think that's only one thing I know. And I think something about, because I already went through pre-approval before I'm making an offer. So, but I think some buyer also put in in the conditions, so if they didn't get pre-approval within whatever period, let's say 5 days again, they can also cancel the deal as well. So I know there's some people put that in as well, but that could be also a condition that whether the seller accept or not. They're like, no, I don't agree that you put that into condition. Then they can also reject the deal. Yeah, but I guess depend. There's also other conditions as well that I don't know, but that's kind of part of, you can put that into your contract. Yeah, so I mean, I got my pre-approval. I didn't think it was required to inspect the house, so I didn't put any conditions in. So after that, I just went through the lawyer and kind of well, this is the I guess the house that you guys agreed on, this is the amount of deposit you already put down, and so this is a closing amount, and you have a mortgage with this bank, and they would calculate loans. So how much you put in as your first home buyer saving account, and what the rebate would that be? What I guess the land transfer tax would be, and what else? Yeah, and you mentioned how much property tax it was prepaid that I need to pay. So they would do all the calculations and minus the lawyer fees and stuff like that, and yeah.
Okay.
That's how you close the deal with the man. But anyway, so the lawyer would take care of all of that.
Okay.
Basically, once I signed the document, I paid down the deposit, and then I guess I opened my mortgage, and then
Okay.
And then from there, I just start paying my monthly mortgage. Yeah.
And another step it would be moving.
Yes.
So any suggestion, question about a moving in company or something?
I guess I was lucky that as I wasn't too far away from my parents.
Okay.
Yeah, so I took the step of, I did it mostly myself. I didn't hire a moving company. So I was doing moving very slowly daily. But which I had my brother-in-law help me move the bigger furniture, like the mattress and stuff like that. But then I also, which is moving costs is one thing, but buying furniture is
that's my next question too. Yeah, because most of the people, they have enough money to buy the house, but they're living with the empty house for I don't know for how long.
Yeah. I did more so like I need to feel my space out. So I know that I'll buy furniture. I mean like for sure I have a sofa in mind. That was the only thing I was like, and then I'm like, I didn't really care like, do I have a proper dining table and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I just need a sofa and a standing desk. I need to work. So I'm like, I just got those two things, and then the rest I'm like, I can add later on. But I did not know how expensive furniture was.
Okay.
And I was like,
is it from IKEA?
No.
Okay.
Because I didn't like the durability of IKEA furniture. I don't want to have it like wobbly shelf.
Because if you're giving me this expression with IKEA, I was like, really? Because to me, IKEA is affordable.
But honestly, even IKEA, I didn't budget money for it, right?
Oh, yeah.
I told you I put everything into down payment.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I should have. Like, because the lawyer is like, how many you put in down payment and blah, blah, blah. Like, add up to maximum of my house. So basically, I put all my cash into the house. And the rest is mortgage. And yeah, I was like, yeah, I didn't budget for furniture.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's another thing. That's what it means. Like, do you budget for your maximum affordability, or do you also budget for your lifestyle?
Yeah.
Right? Buy house, moving in, the next process, buying furniture. Some people buy property that need renovation, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if I move into a place was ready to move in,
Right.
But if not, then you have to think about what's their renovation cost, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything need to be fixed up? Because I know there's people, they move in a house with the unfinished basement, but they were okay. They take maybe like 3 to 5 years to furnish it.
Yeah.
So it depending, I guess, how you want to live as well, right? So yeah, but anyway, I didn't have budget for furniture, so it actually took me like 3 years to get everything in place. I didn't need much, and I was like, I don't want a lot of furniture to begin with. But over the years, there is like, I guess like I spend most of my money in kitchen.
Oh,
in the kitchen.
really?
Yeah, because
unexpected,
right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if total value. Okay, that statement could be wrong.
Okay.
I mean, like the most amount of stuff, right? Because I have to buy everything new. Yeah.
Got it.
No, that's not true. I guess I spend the most amount of money on my sofa.
Okay, that would make more sense to me.
I really love my sofa. It's like it's but because in kitchen I was like, I need to buy like all the plates, everything brand new. So
right. So what I learned from our conversation today, according to me, who doesn't have a mortgage, who doesn't have a house, so the thing that I'm going to do if I decided to have a house is I'm going to list this step by step what I have to do from the day that you're going to the bank, and then list what is the thing that you have to understand from the bank. Like you talk about the interest rate, right?
Yeah.
And then what you have to have, like lawyer that was I didn't know that why do they have to get involved, and then list all the possibility of expenses that we could have during the way or journey, and think on the way from the beginning until the end, until you live comfortably in your new house. It's not just only to move in, like what she mentioned.
Exactly.
Yeah. So because again, most of the new home buyer, they live like with an empty house for years or for years.
Yeah,
I would say.
I mean,
because
once I move into my house, I understand what frugal means.
Yeah.
I have to live on a budget, basically.
Right. So we have to think like the whole process. Like you can set up like skeleton first, right?
Yeah.
10 step until you live comfortably at your new home, and then you go back to the step 1. What is the detail you have to, and what is the expenses all through those 8 the step that you have to spend. We should do as much as we want, and Sherry share a pretty good tip and trick, and also the step for us to begin with. It's very helpful and useful, and helping us too. Whoever is our audience that deciding to buying a house, so we hope that this video would help you considering here and there in your process. I would call it journey. Yeah. Because I think this one is kind of a long journey, I would say, because some people they took a lot of time before they divide the house that they are looking for, right? And then inspection things, so many things could happen. It would call it this journey. Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, there's not any mean I'm like expert now, but all these are the problems that I have to face and all the lessons I have to learn. So hopefully you guys learn something from it, and absolutely do your own research before you making any like of these big financial investment.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Let us know if you want to hear more about a particular process. You can comment below. If we know, so you can we'll try to answer to our best ability. Yeah. All right, and I think that's it for today. See you next time.
Bye.